Yo, yo, hey, yo, how's it going? Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. You guys cannot see me yet. Hello. There we are. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hello, I'm really big. Let's change it. Hey, hey, hey. Karate chop that like button. That's right. Karate chop. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, possibly. Welcome back. Cheers. How are you? Looking at another moment for us to to chop the news, to kung fu the news. What's happening with all of you guys today? Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Yo, yo. The Great Pate in first. Oop, we got to turn this camera on or it'll go off. All right. Roll the intro. Rohith, Kevin, Adam, Darren, Something Clever, Mr. DCY, Junkies. Rohith, you liked my Insta video? Cool. Very cool. I was out, yeah. I decided to post a video on Instagram. Sometimes I do it. I might start posting more like that, just random moments from my life. Greetings from the Netherlands. Is it me or did you guys notice a huge spike? Greetings from the Netherlands. Yeah, CoinMarketCap having some API errors. CoinMarketCap released an API Pro version today, a tiered system. There's a lot happening with that. CMC is being corrected. Anybody see Eternity jump 1,000%? I did not. Greetings from the Netherlands. What's up, what's up? CoinMarketCap is having trouble. Yo, yo, Mark, Emmanuel, Adam, you're giving away $500? Tell me more. Jeremy saying Binance shows no change. Everybody hit thumbs up. Mitch88's reminding everybody, thumbs up the video. That's right. Jeff saying they had some exchanges showing BTC at 73K this morning. Tell me more. Tell me more. 73K, you say? Excellent. Excellent. That's right. Karate chop that like button. Good morning. Good morning. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. Good morning. Good morning. How's it going? What's up, Nepal? What's up from Austria? How are you today, Moon Boy? What's up, Texas? What's up, Wayne? Did I already post this? This live stream? I haven't posted this live stream yet. It's live. You took some screenshots. They're on Twitter. I saw it happening. I saw it going crazy for a minute. Good morning. Good morning. Yo, yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I saw it happening. It kind of just recited there for a second. The market cap was crazy too. The total crypto market cap was up there in like some ridiculously high price. It was like really, it was like way above 300 billion. And I was like, whoa, 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 what's happening? So there's some issues with this discrepancies with the projections of the price. There's some issues with the discrepancies projected from price. Now, we can talk about that and what that means. Hey, hey, what's up? And what that means. Basically, good morning! Woo! I yelled in the microphone. Sorry about the time I yelled. Thanks, everybody, for joining me yesterday. My slump was not because of you guys. It had nothing to do with anything you guys know about or pay attention to. It really had nothing to do with anything at all, other than the fact that I have my ebbs and flows. You know, I usually am pretty positive, and usually I have a lot of energy. Yesterday I just wasn't feeling very well. I was a little bit down on my energy, and you guys changed that for me. You guys showed up. I went live. You were here to support this moment in time. It was yesterday, but the moment we shared together yesterday, it was good. It was a good time. Thank you guys for your support. It really meant a lot. I felt a lot better after my live stream. And honestly, I feel like, man, I'm so fortunate to have you guys. I'm so fortunate to have you. What is VeChain doing at number 5? What is VeChain doing at number 5? I'm just like looking at the market like, what? What happened? So CoinMarketCap's all kinds of whack. These apparently are not the real prices. This is not the real prices. They added derivatives. CoinMarketCap added an API service, and they just added derivatives. I was just trying to look for this. I couldn't find it on the site exactly, but there's a whole article about it. There's a whole article about CoinMarketCap, and we're going to get into that in 1 second. First, we want to say yo to one of our fellow family members. One of the XRP fam drew this for us. I tried to put it in my stream yesterday, but I couldn't because I emailed it to myself and it didn't work out. So I'm gonna try to pull this up here. Where is it? Well, this is unfortunate. I swear this drawing that Albert sent me is really cool. I swear to you guys, this drawing's really cool that Albert sent me. And I'm like looking through my email. I sent it to myself, but I don't think it sent the attachment. This is rough. This is rough. This is rough. I was hoping to show you guys this sweet, sweet drawing. I don't know why it doesn't have the attachment on here. Okay, we'll try to figure this out before the end of the video. I want to show this artwork off. So I can't get that drawing up. Albert, aka XRP Warrior, be patient with me. I'm trying to show off your artwork. It's really cool. I really like it. We'll get that out there. Don't worry. Yo, what's up? It was the shades. You like those shades that I had in my last Instagram post? Or are you talking about my shades when I'm live streaming? My blue blockers. We're all humans. That's true. What the F is VeChain? That's a good question. I'll probably do a video about that in a whole video. Yeah, Pro Coin Market Cap has the pricing. Okay. If you want to look at the pricing for the for their APIs. No. Don't freeze. Oh wait, it's probably not WW. It's probably just Pro. So here it is. This is why CoinMarketCap's going whack today. It's because they launched this Pro API. The Pro version API, it's got power structure and all that stuff. Guys, we don't need the blue blockers until we do the news. We don't need the blue blockers yet. This is just you and me. This is just you and me. We're safe. We're safe, right? For now, we're safe for now. As soon as we do the news, we'll have to move them out. You guys are ready. You guys are ready. I was gonna try to show off this drawing. Our boy, one of the XRP fam drew this sweet drawing. So VeChain, spread the standard, Sean, breaking it down in a quick little caption. I was like, I'll make a whole video. Sean's like, I'll just write it in the comments. VeChain is making supply chain on the blockchain. And on top of that, the way they're approaching it is like with interoperability. Like Wan Chain and VeChain, I think they're both pretty focused on interoperability. So, and the supply chain for the blockchain. Be patient. Be patient. So, couldn't pull up that drawing. Time to run through the news, guys. Time to run through the news. Supply chain is huge. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. You guys want ready for headlines? Blue blockers on. Are you ready? Are you ready? I wanted to show you guys that drawing. That didn't work out. If only I knew how to send an email. What are you saying, XRP Grind? What are you saying? Okay? What are you saying? Oh, you're saying I can't send emails. That's right. Hilarious. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't send that attachment. And it's harder for me to like fix things when I'm live. Like, I don't want to go play around with trying to fix stuff while you guys are just watching my screen. Yo, what's up? Chi Town in the house. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with you guys' comments. Be patient, Charlie. Supply chain's huge. Chi Town in the house. What's up, Robert? Roberta, how are you? Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Did you hear about the big whale that bet wrong on millions of BTC and was forced to liquidate holdings? I did not hear about that. Tell me more. Tell me everything you know. So let's run through the news. Let's check it out. Let's leave this Pro version. Let's leave that. Breaking news. New York Stock Exchange operator launching Bitcoin market. New York Stock Exchange operator launching Bitcoin market. That's right. The ICE, Intercontinental Exchange. The owner of the New York Stock Exchange has announced it will list physically settled Bitcoin future contracts. So a form of a new company whose mission is to make Bitcoin a mainstream financial asset. To make Bitcoin a mainstream financial asset. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty big. Honestly, one of the bigger things. New York Stock Exchange and ICE, Intercontinental Exchange, to launch physically settled Bitcoin futures. So, how much more of a slap to the face do you need? This is going to happen. Imagine you're a company. I mean, take a pause for this for a moment. This is good stuff. This is good news. But imagine you're a company and you've been running on legacy systems for the last 50 years. You're running on legacy systems for so long. The likelihood that you're just going to jump on some new emerging tech just because it's popular and in the news is very low, very slim, right? What's the reality that you're going to change and pivot your entire business around some hype? Not very high. So looking at the reality that, that ICE is moving to support this, the New York Stock Exchange is moving to support this, that's a really big indicator. We talk a lot about indicators and smoke signals and signs that this is a direction that the entire industry is headed in. And I think this is one of the stronger moments you can see. ICE launching physically settled Bitcoin futures. And I've done a couple of videos recently about XRP's relation to the derivatives. That's what we did yesterday, SBI launching derivatives. We talked a lot about SBI and Bitcoin Cash yesterday, and I made some speculations about the death of Bitcoin because of Blockstream and et cetera, et cetera. And honestly, just something I've been aware of for a long time and just not really sure what the reality of the tech is moving forward. And I think, honestly, to look at it, one of the most important things to look at is I'm still standing behind the fact that BTC's choking out their chain. They're choking their chain out. Blockstream's literally choking their chain out. But that does not mean people won't make ETFs on them. And it doesn't mean that people won't trade derivatives on top of it. And honestly, they could have a pennant. They could have a blockchain that's about to completely death spiral, and they could still be pulling ETFs above it and making money on that. And I think that's probably what's going to happen. I'm looking at a lot of the reality that Bitcoin might become just the digital gold for them to play with ETFs with, and Bitcoin Cash probably also having derivatives on it, but probably more likely Bitcoin Cash having the utility for applications. There's a packet in today's news looking at a developer kit for Bitcoin Cash, et cetera, et cetera. So because of the dominance that Bitcoin has right now, you might see, I think it still function for a long time ahead, especially as you have ICE and other big companies looking at launching ETFs. And one of the articles that we're going to look at in a second, it talks about how a lot of the trade volume is volume that's mixed between derivatives and actual purchase volume. And mixing that volume is kind of weird. Mixing that volume is kind of hard to pull information from. It's not very accurate data. So looking at numbers, that a lot of people are actually trading the derivatives, more than they're actually trading the real Bitcoin. Robert is right. Not a big fan of derivatives if you can't move these into your cold storage wallet. And he's right about that. A lot of these guys, they're not trying to hold these currencies. They're not trying to hold digital currencies because they don't necessarily think like we do. They don't necessarily think, oh, these are going to be long term. They don't think oh, this has a long shelf life, and this is where the greater economy is headed. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking I know how to manipulate these markets and make money. They're thinking I know how to use derivatives to read cycles to make money. So that's a totally different bracket. It's totally, the people that are playing with ETFs and derivatives are not the same people that believe in the technology and use it. That's not necessarily the same people at all. So it's interesting to look at this. Breaking news. World's largest stock exchange operator. Do I have this ready to go right here? Nope, I don't. I was going to play the breaking news clip. I don't have it on hotkey yet. Okay, so that's really big. World's biggest stock exchange operator launching a Bitcoin market. They want to launch a whole ecosystem around Bitcoin. This is what I was looking at, talking about the Bitcoin Cash library implemented in Apple's iOS language Swift. That's pretty big. That's really big, actually. The developers of Bitcoin Cash-centric mobile wallet Yenim have introduced a new Bitcoin Cash kit for BCH developers. The BCK is a Swift implementation of the BCH protocol and the first library, or lib, for iOS, which represents an important addition to the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem. And this is exactly what I was talking about. We're looking at maybe Bitcoin being used by traditional financial investors to trade derivatives on top of, to speculate about going up and down, but looking at Bitcoin Cash holding utility for developers to build on, and for holding utility for people that are like, actually, I want to use this. I want to use these coins. And so there's going to be a moment where people are going to be introduced to this market. I know we've said this before, and people were like, I don't like Bitcoin Cash because I feel like they were trying to dupe people into buying Bitcoin Cash instead of Bitcoin. But what if a moment arrives in the future where it would almost be better to dupe people into buying Bitcoin Cash? Like, what if a moment arrives where it's like, yeah, people are making money on BTC derivatives and people are making money on BTC ETFs, but BTC itself is not have a very long, healthy ecosystem or a very likely use case moving forward. And so what is the chance that people call Bitcoin Cash a scam, and they're like, it's a scam coin, and then all of a sudden they're like, wait, oh my goodness, okay, actually, I keep looking at videos where coders talking about Bitcoin Cash say that this is the one that they like. Coders who talk about Bitcoin Cash, the ones that understand the code changes between Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash, they're the ones that say they like Bitcoin Cash. And so, it's kind of like, it kind of falls back into the argument that we all have with XRP, where we're like, well, people don't understand XRP's use case and utility. And so it's interesting to look at. It's interesting to look at for sure. Moonboy Prime, I don't think Craig Wright, fake Toshi, is affiliated directly with either one of the chains. Craig Wright isn't necessarily affiliated more with Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin, is he? I don't think he is. I think he's just a loose cannon out there. Word on the street is that ETC will soon be listed on Coinbase. That is the word on the street. That is the word on the street. It's the Ver coin. It's the Ver coin. I know. I've said before in the past that I think, I've talked to people all the time that call Bitcoin Cash a scam coin just because Roger Ver's association to it. And, I think that might be them responding emotionally to their perception of Roger Ver as a person and not the reality of the tech. And I think that's okay. That's fine. I'm not trying to sway anyone in any direction. And a lot of these people, like, I know we look up to a lot of these people, but I'm a pretty spiritual person. Like, I'm a pretty spiritual person. I'm pretty into refinement. We talk about that a lot. Chasing perfection, being a better person, forgiving yourself, being compassionate, being strong, and showing kindness. Strength is kindness. Strength is compassion. I say these things a lot, and I know we often put people on a pedestal, but I don't know about some of these people. Like, you can't, like, Vitalik could say something that you might think, like, you should rally behind, but maybe you shouldn't. Like, just because you're smart enough to code out and build, like, a really cool protocol token, it doesn't mean that you actually understand anything else, right? It doesn't mean you actually understand a goddamn thing about anything else, okay? So, sure, Vitalik can say all he wants about all kinds of things, and I respect Vitalik a lot. I respect Vitalik. I respect his knowledge. I respect his approach, but a lot of times people are super, super, super confused. They're just super confused in general about life, about existence, about refinement, about existing in a community, about partaking in society, about ecosystems, about functioning fiats, etc. That's great, Nathan, if he's the Einstein of crypto, but who's the Niels Bohr? If you know who Niels Bohr is in reference to Einstein, if Vitalik's Einstein, then who's Niels Bohr? And why is Einstein so reluctant to quantum mechanics? Huh? Einstein argued quantum mechanics was false until he died, and he was wrong. Albert Einstein has a lot of really goddamn smart theories, but he was wrong 99% of the time. You know why he was wrong 99% of the time? Because he kept trying. Because he kept looking at it and making improvements. So, Yeah, Einstein's been accused of taking a lot of information from a lot of other people out there. So, in reality, like there's a lot of back and forth in these systems. There's a lot of back and forth amongst all these parties, even inside YouTube. Even inside YouTube, people are all trying to position against each other. Like, oh no, did you hear what Kung Fu Nerd did? I hate Kung Fu. He's so mean. He's so horrible. He never knows just what to say. I don't know. I can't follow him anymore. I can't follow him. That's honestly one of the things that got me really excited about crypto in the first place was the fact that we might be handing over like the authoritative roles of the world to the nerds. I was like, yes, cheers, revenge of the nerds. It's finally happening. Revenge of the nerds. Yeah, so I like the fact that we're handing over a lot of authority to these nerdy folks. But, just because you sat in your basement for 20 years and learned how to code out Ethereum protocol doesn't mean you know a goddamn thing about people, humanity, existence, a lot of other things in life. A lot of other things. So, I don't remember why I started saying that. I don't know why I started saying that rant. Because someone said Vitalik openly attacked Roger Ver, and then someone else said Vitalik is the Einstein of crypto. What I'm saying is basically, you ever get to a moment where you remember when you were a kid and you were like, my parents know everything, they're so smart, and they always have everything together. Remember that moment when you were a kid when you realized your parents were just big kids themselves? Did you ever notice that moment where you realize like, my parents are just big kids? They're just as confused as I am, like maybe even more so confused than I am. Do you ever remember that moment? Woo!
I'll follow Kung Fu Nerd over the edge.
Clara B, you're funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let go of the pen. Okay, pen out of the hand. Thank you so much, Clara B. I appreciate it. You follow me over the edge. You're funny. Remember that moment when you realized like your parents didn't really know everything? You're like, wait, what'd y'all just say? Like there's a moment where you realize like your parents are just really big kids that had kids themselves. Kids having kids out there, right? And that's sometimes when I see these influencers, like maybe you see like a celebrity that you look up to do something really stupid. Like they do something really dumb on TV in front of a million people, and you're like, really? Like, really? I kind of thought you were smarter than that, but apparently not. There's a cringe factor. There's a real cringe factor there. You're like, ooh, no, I can't look. I can't help it. I'm watching. I remember, okay, I'm still watching. Like there's a moment when you realize like, oh man, we're all still learning. We're all still making improvements and improving and changing our mind. If you haven't changed your mind in the last week, then you're definitely wrong about something. Changing your mind is how you refine your decisions, how you refine your choices, and it's a chance to be, to take in new information. So Vitalik and Roger Ver, they might be besties in 10 years. Like, I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care. And Roger Ver and Vitalik's personal lives has nothing to do with the code functioning in these systems. Okay? Nothing to do with the code in these systems. So there you go. Rant over. Bitcoin Cash library implemented in Apple's iOS language Swift. If you guys can't see how potentially awesome that is, that's really, really, really awesome. The Bitcoin Cash library implemented in Apple's iOS language Swift. Really, really crazy stuff. Really, really crazy stuff. Crazy good stuff. This is what everyone's freaking out about. Coin Market Cap launches a professional API, and they added derivative markets. So this happened yesterday. Coin Market Cap's been going up and down, popping off since then. Somebody's saying Coin Market Cap's been hacked. Someone's saying all kinds of stuff's happened. But in reality, what's happened is they've opened up this professional API. They've created a professional API for developers, and institutional funds have the ability to use CMC aggregated data. That's right. The company explains it was launched after a month-long feedback in beta process with hundreds of users. Hundreds of users, guys. Oh no. I forgot I didn't change the title of this one. I just realized we went live with the same title from yesterday and the same cover. Whoops. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. We'll fix it later. We'll fix it later. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So I was looking at Coin Market Cap, and they said they added derivatives and they added the API, and I did not see where derivatives are. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're talking about. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. And market cap's back down, 264 billion. BTC dominance is up 49%. Bitcoin's down to 7.5. Ethereum's at 416. XRP's 43 cents. Bitcoin Cash 726. EOS 720. The Ethereum and XRP in the green slightly, and Bitcoin's in the red. Tezos and Empower Coin at the top of the list by change in 24 hours, and Loopring and Chainlink and Walton at the top of the top of the red list. Top of the red list. This is also pretty interesting. This is also pretty interesting to look at. Data shows U.S. dollar, not Japan yen, is dominating Bitcoin trade. Data shows the U.S. dollar and not Japanese yen is dominating Bitcoin trade. Now, what do they mean? To highlight what they're talking about, really, the idea, it all comes down to the devilish details. The devilish details. In reality, a lot of what's happening, a lot of the trade volume that they're seeing is a combination of what they're saying is derivative trading and actual volume. So right here you can see most of this volume is the parties that are betting on the price of Bitcoin. So that's potentially why Bitcoin could still have a lot of movement in price, but the blockchain tech could be dead. Okay? The blockchain tech could be dead, and you won't notice it until, I don't know, never, maybe. If they keep playing with the ETFs long enough, they could just keep that sinking ship afloat. It's like a ghost ship. It's like a pirate ship. Bitcoin's a pirate ship now, guys. It's just a ghost ship. What is that movie, that famous movie with Johnny Depp? Pirates of the Caribbean? Bitcoin's now Pirates of the Caribbean. So the reality is that a lot of the volume that they're experiencing is not actually Bitcoin changing hands, but it's just derivatives. And then so them mixing derivative and spot volume can paint a misleading picture. So the reality is that they're selectively mixing derivative and spot volumes, and that creates a misleading picture of what's actually happening in the volume of Bitcoin. And what's that mean? What does that really mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for price. As of like the launch, if you go look, if we pull up, what is this? If we go pull up the chart, I'm not going to do it right now. You guys can just trust me. If you go look at the graph of gold and when it decided to skyrocket, the next huge run, the 500% run that happened, it was right after gold ETFs. It was right after gold ETFs. And that potentially is what they're doing to Bitcoin. They could still launch Bitcoin ETFs, and they could have a really good run in price, even if the blockchain tech is not supported by coders, because they just started it's like an illusion. The ETFs create an illusion, a monetary illusion around the base asset. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Probably something you probably didn't think you'd get into. You probably weren't thinking like, I'm going to start paying attention to derivatives and ETFs. Your parents are like, what? Boy, you better go back to school. UBS Bitcoin must hit 213,000 to replace U.S. money supply. That sounds good to me. Buy one and hold. Zurich-based investment bank and financial service company Union Bank of Switzerland, the UBS, has said that Bitcoin price must hit nearly $200,000, Bloomberg reported. According to Bloomberg, a new report by UBS suggests that Bitcoin cannot currently be considered money or a viable asset as its versatility is stemmed by the capacity constraints of the BTC network. Our findings suggest that Bitcoin in its current form is too unstable and limited to become a viable means of payment for global transactions or mainstream asset classes. What's the potential that they actually do implement the Lightning Network and it works? Like, what's the chance of that? What's the possibility that they just keep dumping enough money into it that they're like, all right, well, it's too unstable to become a viable global payment asset until we launch this really, really fragile off-chain scaling solution. Then it'll be fine. Then it will be fine. What exactly does this mean? Well, I don't know what that means. The senior researcher at the ICS, the International Computer Science Institute, told Bloomberg that digital currency is not actually usable as a form of payment, citing high transaction fees as the main reason. This is one of the things that really gets my goat. It really gets me sometimes when people love to throw this not actually usable around. It's like, that's kind of crazy because I'm pretty sure it's real usable. We're pretty sure it's real usable. You can buy things with it. You can send it anywhere without people taking a cut. You can send it anywhere almost pretty much instantaneously. But it's not usable, guys. It's not usable. Are they talking about XRP or BTC? I'm pretty sure we all know XRP is pretty gosh dang useful. Pretty gosh dang useful. So again, thinking about looking at these discussions still taking place. This discussion is still taking place in conversations around the world. Imagine you're a business and you've been running successfully for 50 years and you're like, should we jump on this new tech hype blockchain, or is it a fad and we don't need to jump in at all? People are probably still having this conversation, like, how real is this? Do we need to pay attention? Yes, you should probably pay attention and start taking notes. So people still not really understanding what's happening with the tech and the likelihood that BTC needs to be the only one, not very realistic. Regulatory snafu. Looking at the anonymity concerns of Bitcoin, they're looking at North Carolina rejects Bitcoin campaign donation. You guys can't see that. Headline. No coins for you. No soup for you. No coins for you. North Carolina rejects Bitcoin campaign donations. That sucks. That's rough. Hopefully they sent them back. BTC trades sideways. Top 20 coins see more losses. That's not that exciting. The headline tells it all. This is one we already looked at. Yen data. Here we go again with this yen data. Bitcoin search interest is up. So if you go and check out the interest in Bitcoin search inside the last 30 days, on July 24th, we had reached our peak interest in Bitcoin search on Google. I put up XRP and EOS as comparison. I actually put Bitcoin Cash and Ripple in there as comparisons too, but they didn't rank very high. So looking at right here, you can see when Bitcoin hit 100 search interests, EOS was searched 15 times every time 100 times for every 100 searches of Bitcoin, 15 of EOS, and only 8 for XRP. EOS is double the search interest on Google than XRP. EOS double the search interest on Google than XRP. And this is all within the last week, all within the last 2 weeks or so. You can see the drop in interest here and the increase right there. Each time it happens, XRP is the bottom. XRP is not interested. Or they're not interested in searching for it. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. This article we're not interested in. That one we're not interested in. Another prediction market. A prediction market on Ethereum Classic. Another prediction market in crypto. Ethereum Classic game for gaming bets. That came out. Ethereum Classic decentralized prediction market that runs on Ethereum Classic blockchain. So that's launching. That's also a strong indicator that Ethereum Classic might have some support or rally behind it soon. Very exciting, very exciting. Litecoin adopted by first ever blockchain-based phone. Litecoin adopted by first ever blockchain-based phone. Litecoin adoption by the HTC Exodus the first native blockchain mobile producer. Litecoin recently got adopted by the first...
Hit the like button, meatbags.
Woo! Hit that like button! Meat bags! God dang it, you meat bags! Jeremy, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your financial contribution, and I appreciate you calling everyone a meat bag. that's funny. Real funny. So HTC Exodus, looking at the at pairing with Litecoin and the Lightning Network. That's interesting. Very interesting. No, they will not remove BTC. So, looking at the HTC Exodus to be using to add Litecoin to their first blockchain mobile producer. Okay. We have someone calling out for the path to a $500,000 Bitcoin. A hedge fund manager, Mark Yusko, basically called out for a $500,000 Bitcoin at the end of 2024. If you aren't already bullish on Bitcoin, now's the time. I keep going back and forth. I keep thinking like, man, looking at the code and listening to coders, you really think that Blockstream is totally screwing everybody over and that Bitcoin Core is pretty malicious at this point. Pretty, rough. But then you go ahead and look at like the reality of like, well, the exchanges probably aren't going to, the flippening to BCH is probably not going to happen with all the exchanges that are run through NASDAQ. They're probably not going to happen with all the exchanges running, through the New York Stock Exchange. So, man, it's hard to say. Is it possible that even with Lightning Network being a bust, and even with Bitcoin Core just strangling themselves out with transaction fees, is it possible that Bitcoin Core could still go to $500,000 per Bitcoin? And if you look at the recent bullish BTC price predictions, of course you got John McAfee or whatever, $1 million prediction. You got Brian Kelly, $250,000 prediction. Tim Draper, $250,000. Kay Van Peterson, $100,000 prediction. So this guy Mark Yusko said Bitcoin is just getting warmed up. $25,000 end of 2018. So he's calling 25K end of 2018. He's calling 75K end of 2020. He's calling a $200,000 end of 2022 and $500,000 end of 2024. You can just throw those numbers out there and they sound real good, but in reality, what likelihood is that? What likelihood do we have of that actually happening? Pretty strong, actually. Pretty strong likelihood, especially with with the New York Stock Exchange, with ICE launching their whole ecosystem around Bitcoin and the Bitcoin ETFs. It looks pretty likely to happen. So I go back and forth with how likely Bitcoin will stay dominant above Bitcoin Cash, and it's hard to say. I really don't know. I don't know. The volume double. That was actually supposed to be the name of the video today. The video today was supposed to be named XRP Volume Doubles. And then it was going to be a picture of this. The XRP volume has doubled since yesterday. So yesterday it was like yesterday it was like 1,281,000, etc., etc. Today it's 2,281,000, paired directly to the CNY, the Chinese Republic Yuan. The People's Republic of China's yuan. So that's a lot. That's a lot of pairing volume right here. And we already told you guys, we already looked at this wallet. You can't see it. You can't see the trust lines. So, wow. Even more volume. That's crazy. That's crazy high volume. It's all going to the CNY. It's all going to an address we can't see. What is happening? What's happening? Coinbase launches crypto plugin for popular e-commerce platform. I keep seeing all these people on Twitter talking about Coinbase sucks. Coinbase is horrible. Coinbase shut me out of my system. They took all my money. They blocked me out. They said I have to leave. They told me that I can't use it anymore. Well, that sucks. It sucks that they're so rough on you guys. Apparently, the US-based cryptocurrency exchange platform Coinbase has announced a new service aimed at boosting cryptocurrency payment options for e-commerce businesses. According to the blog post published Thursday, Coinbase Commerce, the startup non-custodial cryptocurrency payment solution for merchants, has now launched a plugin for popular e-commerce platform WooCommerce. Do you guys know about WooCommerce? We were going to do a video about how to build out a website using WordPress for some of you guys that bought domains and wanted to build a website. If you do build a website and you're thinking about selling things on the website or having a marketplace, WooCommerce is basically like a WordPress plugin for commerce in WordPress. So that's pretty exciting to look at Coinbase integration in WooCommerce. Pretty strong, honestly. And looking at this separately, WooCommerce. I don't know what to look at. Customer numbers? WooCommerce. How many websites use WooCommerce? The WooCommerce homepage publishes the exact number of WooCommerce downloads. I'm not sure how often this stat's updated, but it may include plugin updates as well as new installs. The current figure is around 39 million. 39 million Coinbase installs. That's a lot. Over 2 million websites use Coinbase. 28,864 of the world's top million websites use WooCommerce. Using WooCommerce. That's right. That's it right there. Germany's second largest stock exchange to launch ICO platform, multilateral crypto trading. Germany's second largest stock exchange has revealed plans to develop a new platform for ICOs as well as multilateral crypto trading venue. So that's pretty exciting to look at. Setting their sights on the primary and secondary markets by developing both an ICO platform and a multilateral regulated crypto trading venue. Interesting. So here's the real thing. Here's what's really happening. Here's what's really happening. I haven't paid attention to you guys in a minute. Hey, you guys are still here. We have over 115 people in the room. Smash that like button. Smash your like button. Hit the subscribe button. What page is that? That is XRP Charts. XRPcharts.ripple.com is this website. Nice, nice. Did you see Doug Polk's last video? I did not. I did not. You heard 2K. Depends on how many banks use it. Nathan Howard, are you talking about yourself? Are you watching yourself? Are you implying that I am under the influence of psychedelic substances? Hey, what's up? Thanks, Nathan. Thanks, Nathan. XRP Moo. Who's high now, bro? Who's high now? You forgot the N. I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. Thanks a bunch. No, I'm not high. Thanks. That's also really nice. Thanks a bunch. It means a lot. I appreciate your skepticism. So, what are we looking at when we see all these things added together? What are we looking at when we see all these things adding together? Think about you're a business. Think about you're a business. Think about you're a nation state. Think about you're a financial entity or you're in the stock market or something. The reality is, like, how likely are you just to jump ship and run to a new market fad just because it's been mentioned for a few months in the news? Not very likely. Not very likely. Not very likely. So the potential that we're still new to this. We're still new to this conversation. We're still seeing businesses that have been here for a long time in this space. They're probably worried. You know, if I was a business and if I was Swift or if I was Western Union or somebody, I'd probably be pretty worried. And I think we can all remember thinking back to, I'm pretty sure it was like 3 months ago, the banks sent out an email to their shareholders. And this was when I knew this was super legit. This is when I was like, that's it. All my eggs are going in this basket. And that's not true. I diversify into other things too. But I realized when the banks sent out an email to all of their shareholders saying, we have to inform you that blockchain may potentially pose a risk to our business. And they have to legally send that out to their shareholders. They have to legally send that out to their shareholders. What bank? I think it was like Bank of America or Chase, or it was one of the someone had basically the legal. They had to. It was a legal issue. They had to basically tell their shareholders, guys, we might be at risk of being threatened by blockchain tech. And woo! Thank you so much.
Magic 8 Ball has told me that what the Fung Fu Nerd says is true. And it added $2,000 jump in one day, 2019.
That's right. Fung Fu Nerd is true. Fung Fu Nerd's true. It says, your Magic 8 Ball says that it's going to jump 2,000 in one day. I believe it. Seems legit. I put my stamp of approval on that. So looking at banks sending out that email to their shareholders saying, like, look, we have to inform you guys that there's possible chance that we will lose some profits to these new developing technologies. There's a very real likelihood that people behind closed doors are speculating and looking at how to invest or how to take part in this market or how to launch their own coin or how to launch ICOs on top of coins. I know for a minute there, the Wave platform thought that people were going to be launching fiat digital currencies on their platform. So a lot of people know this is happening. I think a lot of people, my grandpa, one of the biggest influences in my life, one of the best guys in my life was my grandpa. He always told me, just be the best at anything you do. He's had such a long, hard life, and he worked his way to the top of his industry. As a professional, and now he's a consultant where he basically partners people that have a need to partner the people that have a want. Like this person needs to put 1 million barrels of oil somewhere, and this person wants to fill their empty container with oil. He puts them together. He makes a little bit of money. So, looking at he was such a great influence. I love him so much. Really, really smart man, and always just like encouraged me to be the best at anything I did. Just tried. Always just put your best foot forward and keep working hard. He's told me some good stories about some really, really hard summers he had trying to provide for his family and make it and to survive. And I think that's what a lot of us are doing. A lot of us are just here. We're trying to survive. We're trying to make it, trying to provide for our family and trying to better ourselves in the process. And I think we can relate in that way to that's what these businesses are doing. And that's what these coins are doing. The businesses or coins are looking for partnerships and use cases with each other. Like these coins are building coins that they want to solve a problem. And big businesses, legacy businesses, have problems and they're looking for a solution. And the fact that they're shopping each other's solutions and problems, that's good news. And so we're basically in the marketplace of everyone's shopping their solution. Everyone's shopping their problem. And that's okay. We're still early to the space. We still have a lot of people, a lot of businesses, again, like I said, that have built their entire business on a system that's no longer going to be there, a foundation that's changing, right? A tectonic plate that's shifting. And that's scary, but the businesses that take notice of what's happening and make the effort to move into this developing space, they will be rewarded. Just like us, early adopters, people who take the time and effort to have a conversation about this emerging tech, to be an influence, even just a small influence in your community. I know the other day, Clara B had like an XRP party. She said somewhere like, I'm having an XRP party and inviting my friends and we're all going to talk about XRP. Even that level of just personal interest and influence that we each offer to our friends and family, et cetera, et cetera. We're all early adopters to the space, and there's a lot of potential here. So just realize that there's big companies with lots and lots of money shopping for a solution to their problems. And we have these huge, innovative tech giants coming out of nowhere, billions of dollars in them, shopping and offering like we have solutions. Do you have a problem we can solve? So it might take a while for everyone to line up and be in the right place. It might take a minute for people to realize like, yo, XRP is actually really useful. I can actually use XRP on things. XRP is really amazing if I want to send over $10,000 to my friends and family. I have family in Mexico and they want money, and I just got a big bonus. My company got acquired. I got paid $25K. I want to send 15 to my fam in Mexico. That would really help them out. Oh wait. I can't do it. I can send $10,000 maybe max through Western Union. They're going to take like 5%, 1%, 2%, 3%. I have no idea. So what is potentially happening here? We're all on the sideline of a very long race, cheerleading our favorite car. And maybe if you're getting tired, take a moment, go to the recession stand, buy some popcorn, get a soda pop, and take a seat. I know there's a reality. Clara B likes to reference that it's going to happen overnight, and I've said that a couple times. I've said that, like, especially looking at the volume, especially looking at that volume pop that we saw on XRP inside of that one day, that just like that 6% pop we saw right here, and looking at the XRP charts and looking at this, yeah, I've said that before. I've said literally those exact same words, that you could wake up tomorrow and you could be like, whoa, what happened to the price? And potentially it could happen overnight just like that, but at the same time, it's going to be a long road. Like, there'll be a really big pop, and maybe it'll jump to $200 or $20 or $2,000 overnight, and yeah, you might have lost your 40 cents buy-in, but it'll still have cycles. It'll still come up and down, and looking at people still probably not even thinking about the potential of this until it passes its all-time high. So looking at people that have been on the fence speculating about the reality of it, as soon as it passes $3.50, people are gonna be buying in that wouldn't have bought in at 40 cents, and it's so counterintuitive. It's so backwards, but people willing to buy in at $4 more than they're willing to buy in at 40 cents because they think it's an indicator of success, and 40 cents looks like an indicator of failure. Especially because I know if I told anyone about XRP 3 months ago, and I see them today or I see them tomorrow, I have to own up to the fact that XRP's lost 50% of its value. XRP's lost like 60% of its value since I told people about it a month ago, since I told people about it 2 months ago. So potentially, I saw someone the other day say, I try to convince people to buy XRP, etc., etc. I don't try to convince people. Because I don't want to feel responsible for their investments. I want to feel like I can have a conversation about my interest without me trying to say, I am convincing you of this. I want them to do it on their own. So, man, Sean, and a couple of you other guys, you guys have definitely probably influenced more people than I have. Honestly, like, a lot of my friends that are into crypto, they already have their own coin. And that's what's funny. I was talking to someone yesterday. I was doing a Lyft ride yesterday. Rooster Teeth is in town. Rooster Teeth is like a really, really big YouTube channel. People were in town for that. There was a couple surges on the Lyft app, so I took a few Lyft rides to get some more cash for more XRP. And I picked up somebody, and we were just chit-chatting, and he's actually a crypto enthusiast. So we started to have this conversation about crypto, and I was like, interested in what he's interested in, and he's super into Ethereum and a couple other coins. Someone in the back was saying like, oh, my friend told me about Vertcoin. Vertcoin's really cool. And his friend was like, well, you probably got to be careful because your friend telling you about Vertcoin, he might own a bunch of Vertcoin, so he just wants you to get in after him, etc., etc. So a lot of people that are in crypto kind of already have their coins. They've already kind of jumped into a belief system in a sense, and they're like, I believe in this coin. XRP Grind and I are in the same boat. I try to tell people about XRP, and they're like, why are you talking to me about XRP? Why are you talking? Don't talk to me about that. So yeah, I can relate. I can relate. It's a challenge. And looking at people still just like showing up to the conversation today, looking at people still showing up to the woo. Thank you. Rest in peace, Western Union and MoneyGram. Farewell. Thank you, Emmanuel. It means a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I don't know how excited you guys are about all this news, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited about every single thing that we see in the news. It's almost like I'm so excited, I don't even know if I can get more excited. Like, I don't know if I could be more enthusiastic about the possibilities. Like, every time I hear more news, I'm like, XRP, XRP, XRP. Every time I get another piece of news, I'm like, man, oh boy. I just start doing like random numbers times random numbers, like 200,000 times how many XRP do I have times. It's fun. It's fun to be excited about it. It's fun to be an early adopter in the space. It's fun to honestly be ahead of the adoption. That's pretty much what's exciting, I think, about a lot of this, is being ahead of adoption for it. So looking at the, I told myself today I was gonna do a 30-minute video. I was like, I'm gonna be really short. I told myself before I went live, I was like, I'm gonna keep it really short today. 30 minutes, in and out, in and out. The news, that's it. Headlines, that's it. Hour in, hour in. Let me tell you about my grandpa, guys. He's the best. It's hard to be patient with all the good news. It's true. It's true. This is why they already invested in crypto. It's not worth it. The public is where it's at. They only know of BTC and how it's for illegal things when you mention XRP and how Ripple backs it. Actually, thank you for saying that. Spread the standard, Sean. You are right. I talked to someone the other day about it, and that's exactly what they said. They said, like, yeah, well, too bad Bitcoin is used for all those illegal purchases and illegal activities. They're definitely going to shut it down. Like, people still think they can shut it down. People still think, like, oh, they're just going to shut it down. Like, are they? Are they, though? Do you know what you're talking about, or do you just read that on a Fox News headline? Tell me more. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. Yeah, so I love that too. I love how they always mention that, like, no, it's used for black market, because someone the other day told me that literally word for word. They were like, well, Bitcoin's just used for black market, so it's not going to be used for anything. I was like, really? I don't even say anything. I don't even say anything to those people. I'm like, huh, interesting. Interesting. Tell me more. The Grateful Dead was right. What a long, strange trip it's been. I agree. What a long, strange trip it's been. That's about all we're going to do. I was trying to pull up the graphic again for our cool image, a.k.a. XRP Warrior sent us this sweet, sweet image, and I sent it to myself, and it did not include the attachment, and it's on my other email, on my phone, etc., etc. So we have not looked at that yet. But we're going to look at that. Tomorrow we'll look at that. We'll look at this sweet drawing. XRP Meme Day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a meme review video. I'm really trying to finish some work to make some monies. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish an XRP meme review video today. But Miyagi dropped the link earlier into the chat. If you guys haven't already, don't forget, we're doing the XRP meme giveaway tomorrow. It's Saturday. You can win XRP. Make an XRP meme. Make a meme about anything and drop it in our subreddit. And don't forget to put your Twitter handle on there so I can find you guys during the live stream and send you XRP. Also, don't forget to think about who you want to send XRP to. If you win, you get to pick someone to send XRP to. If you're in the chat and I've run out of winners, you might also get to pick someone to send XRP to. So potentially making your XRP memes. You still have a whole day left to do this. XRP grind, you didn't do any memes? That's okay. You'll give other people a chance to show off their meme skills. Henrik wants me to go check out Flashmeister's Twitter. He has all the memes we need. The thing is that, like, I'm not asking for us to go find memes that other people have already made. I'm asking for people to make memes specifically for our fam, XRP Kung Fu Nerd fam. And then when they do that, they can drop them in our subreddit and win XRP. I'll be sure to go check out your boy Fleshmeister. But if he wants to win XRP, he should be dropping memes in our subreddit. So I'll go check it out, though. I'll go check it out. You need like 100,000 XRP? Me too, dude. Me too. I'm going pretty long on XRP, and at this point, with SVI mining Bitcoin Cash, I'm going pretty long on a Bitcoin Cash too. Honestly, Bitcoin Core, why not? Shoot, throw some Amizgo in there. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just throwing out names. Where do you see your tips at? You can go to xrptipbot.com and log in and see your tips. If you want to see how many you have in your wallet, you can go to xrptipbot.com. Miyagi, I agree. Miyagi, I agree 100%. BTC is slow and expensive, and it's controlled by the miners, so it's hard to say. You started DoorDash for XRP? Dang, dude, I like your style. Do it. Hustle. Hustle, bro. I have a video coming out later today about me driving for Lyft. It's like, I work 18-hour days every day. This is my break. This is my break. Me hanging out with you, this is literally my break. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Apparently I'm not, not the only one who has multiple jobs out here grinding to invest. Because really, I don't know how much longer I'll have this option to buy in. Like if I can go make an extra $10 today, that could be an extra $10,000 if I invest it in the right coin, right? If I go put the money into the right speculative investment, $10 today could be $10,000 in the future. If memeing is wrong, I don't want to be right. Yes, CoinMarketCap's all over the place today, for sure. For sure, for sure. You want me to make a Kung Fu Nerd coin? I probably will not do that. But if I do, I'll let you know. If I do make a coin, I'll give you guys some. I'll give you guys some for free. No big deal. I have an idea for a similar idea to something like a coin, like a non-fungible asset, but we'll pitch that in the next live stream. We're over an hour.
Show me your tips. xrptipbot.com.
I wasn't ready for that one. Show me your tips. Show me your tips. Clara B, I like your style. I like the jive of your jib. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. We're over the hour. We're looking at the double volume for XRP. We're looking at the release of the New York Stock Exchange with ICE adding Bitcoin ecosystem. We have Coinbase doing the e-commerce with WooCommerce. Germany's launching a ICO possible platform. And also, we didn't mention about Starbucks is talking about doing something with cryptocurrencies. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting right there. And that's all we're going to do. Don't forget to drop memes in the meme subreddit to get memes, meme review coverage, and you can win XRP. That's all we're going to do. Thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Click that like button. Just smash the like button. Guys, smash it! Smash the like button. And pretty much because of how amazing you guys are, because of how informed and knowledgeable you are, you deserve this. You deserve this moment. You deserve this opportunity to be rich and to entertain your wildest dreams. So remember that you're worth it. Remember you're worth it today. Remember you're worthy. You're worthy of health and wealth and success, and I believe in you guys. Drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. That's all we're going to do. Farewell. Thanks a bunch. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Click that like button. Give me a thumbs up. And Miyagi's dropping the subreddit, so go drop some memes. You can win XRP. Yo, farewell. How's it going? That's it. I know. It's over. I know. 136 people in the room. I love you guys. I love all of you. I know. Smash the like button. I'm leaving. Farewell. Farewell. I know. It's over.